Hi everyone, my name is Grace and I will be vlogging with you today. I guess before we get to the main topic, I should tell you a little bit about myself. Um, what is there to tell? Not much. Well, I guess I don't think not much. Anyway, um, I'm originally from San Francisco Bay Area. I now live in Brooklyn. I've been here for about a little more than a year. Why am I here? I don't know. I mean, I am from California, right? Sunshine, beautiful beaches. Not really in San Francisco, though. It's kind of cold there. But, yeah, so that's a little bit about me. And I guess I could tell you my age. Even though I don't look it, apparently I'm in my early 20s. Okay, so today we're talking about queer safe spaces, right? And, well, I guess let's start positively. One of the first times I felt, like, I guess really, like, well, one of the places I felt was one of the first queer safe spaces for me was in college. It was actually my apartment, and I mean, yes, it was my apartment, but it was, I guess it was maybe like this whole like Sunday ritual me and my predominantly straight roommates had together every Sunday. Um, we would get together and watch L Word on Showtime, which they were really like, well, they were happy, but my roommates were really down about subscribing to Showtime so we can watch L Word every week. And every week we'd get together and watch the newest episode. And afterwards, we would always discuss the episodes. It wasn't necessarily like an intellectual discussion here. We were all really confused or really excited or just, you know, yeah. I guess just a bunch of girls talking about the L Word. Except I was the only one that was more or less into girls. Didn't mean I actually knew what was going on in the show either, but I mean, it was kind of just a really fun night, I guess. And I guess that was like my whole apartment just being really like down and cool like that was I guess one of my first real queer safe spaces. Queer safe spaces. There we go. Yeah. On the college note, I mean, I think, well, college for me was like obviously a really like free time, and so one of the times I really came to terms with myself and like felt comfortable in my own skin, sort of. Also because I no longer had like high school acne. But anyway, um, you know, uh, it was also kind of it like uncomfortable at first though. I remember when I first was a freshman, I was like, I'm here, I'm queer, yay! And I joined this group on campus, and it was a group called Asian. Oops, my pen. Asian Pacific Islander Queers. And there was like it was I was like, cool, there's people just like me. I mean, other than them just being queer, but it was them being Asian Pacific Islander and queer. And it was like, we would talk about all these issues that were kind of culturally sensitive and tied to the, you know, the whole us being queer also. So, you know, it was queer and culturally sensitive. When I first joined, I was like, oh, this is great. But then a little bit later, I found out that there were also people in my school's queer community who had like beef with our group, I guess, because they felt it was divisive for our school's queer community. You know, I mean, I think there were a lot of different groups, and like overall there was like this whole, you know, queer solidarity, but then some people felt that, you know, the community was small enough as it was, and, you know, we didn't need these groups that were exclusive, because our group, some of our meetings, like we loved allies, we had allies, but some of our meetings were exclusive. You had to identify as a Asian Pacific Islander queer to, you know, to come to the meetings sometimes. And I mean, I guess there was just this, some people didn't understand why we needed our own exclusive space. But they just stayed, and yeah, it was a hot topic for about like my first few years when I was at school. So I know that kind of made me not feel so good, you know. I mean, you know, it's kind of hard sometimes if you know, walk into, let's say, like example, like a gay bar, and you're supposed to see people or see some people that are kind of like you, but then hey, you know, you might be the only person who has natural black hair, you know. Not saying that this club everyone had black hair, but I'm just saying. Um, so yeah, that, you know, I mean, as a queer person of color, it's in New York, it's not so bad. In San Francisco, it's not so bad. But um, when I studied abroad in Europe, it was a little more like I definitely noticed a lot more, and it was very weird, kind of.